going down, man? It's Donnie Houston Podcast. I am Donnie Houston. Check it out, man. We got a real special guest today, man. When we talk about legendary DJs, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a personal for me, you know what I mean? Somebody that kind of took me in early in my career, man, and just always showed me love. Been around the city from the jump, you know what I'm saying, as far as with this Houston hip-hop thing, you know what I'm saying? Started out with DJ Screw, went on to do a whole bunch of legendary things on his own. DJ Chill, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? I'm happy to be here, finally.
Yeah, man.
I was supposed to come in with Matt, and I got sidetracked, had other things to do, and so he came over and did his thing, and y'all did a wonderful job. And before we go any further, I want to say, man, giving on to God, thank you for everything that you're doing for Houston historical hip hop. You talked to some wonderful guys. They told a lot of good stories, and just keep on doing it, man. Congratulations.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yep.
So, man, what's going on, man? What's new?
Man.
The T-shirts, first of all, you know what I mean? You came through bearing gifts, you know what I mean, with the podcast tees. We gotta get this on camera.
Yeah, I seen what you, like I said, I seen what you've been doing. I said, man, I wanted to donate some kind of way. And I started screen printing, it's almost 10 years now. So I wanted to donate some T-shirts to you. And so anybody want to get a Donnie Houston T-shirt, man, they need to hit you up so y'all can support his merch, man. You know what I'm saying? That's extremely important. So yeah, that's what I want. I want to do that, you know, just to contribute. So right now, just been pushing forward, still doing damage control. Comes on tonight at 90.1 KPFT.
Every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday for the past, going on 18 years.
Man.
Yeah, it's been 18 years, yeah.
Man, yeah.
Yep, 18 years doing that. So, I just, we got to make sure I show this T-shirt right here.
Okay, cool.
This shirt I have on is a lot of Houston legends on here. So,
I mean, everybody is on there.
Yeah, man. So if y'all get a chance, y'all know someone to have one of these shirts. It's not that it's a real rare shirt, but so I try to take care of it.
Some of the people who's on there.
You got Captain Jack. You got Devin. You got you got of course Jay Prince. Man, you got a lot of the ones that didn't make it. So like Big Mo, and you got Screw on here. You got 3-2. You got RP Mac Grace. You got a lot of people. Flip. You got a lot of Wicked Cricket on here. You know what I'm saying? K Reno. It's just so many on here, man. That Point Blank. It's just a lot of guys on here. So these are I say that these guys put in a lot of work. They put in a lot of work over the years. So,
yeah.
So that's what it is. So, like I said,
what was the company that did that too?
I don't even know, man.
But that was somebody overseas that even.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was done in Paris.
Yeah,
it was done in Paris, France. If they want to know more about it, hit up Matt Gonzalez. So also the wonderful writers that's writing a lot of these books about Houston hip hop, they know how to get in touch with the guy that did the shirt as well.
For sure.
Yep. So
yeah, man. Just kind of going back, man. I know you started off. Did you start off as a DJ? What was the first thing kind of getting into hip hop?
That's it. Man, that's so crazy. It started on this day. Today is my birthday, so it started.
Happy birthday, man.
My first party was my birthday party.
Right.
Yeah. So I was at Fundra and Super Skate. I'm telling my age. But yeah, so the DJ didn't show up at Fundra Superskate, and I was able to go in there and spin some records, and I got the job.
Okay, so how did you even get to that point though? How did you get into
I got to that point, man, I was a real big fan of music. My mom, she bought me my first set of couple of 45s, and I started playing around with that. And like I said, I was about 14, 15, around that age. And I was a kind of had-not kid. I didn't have a parent to go buy me no 1200, so I used to find the component sets. The component set was a big deal
stereo.
Big stereo. So I used to play my records on that, and cassettes. And then once I got to that party, like I said, 100, That's when I touched my first pair of 1200s. Yeah, they had 1200s there. 1200s and a I think it was a realistic mixer.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Man. Well,
Yeah.
say realistic. Yeah, that's old
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what we had.
Yeah.
It was a 4-channel crossfader. No, I think it was a 4-channel. I think it was a 4-channel. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but that was a little black realistic box mixer.
Yeah. So, okay, how does it? How do you go from I guess meeting like DJ Screw? Like, what age do you meet him?
Okay,
Is this
so
around the
I
same
met
time?
I met Screw when I think I turned around 17.
So not
around
long
17.
after you learn how to DJ. After you
Right,
DJ, okay.
right. And once I did that, I met him through his brother Al D. I was dealing with some guys by the name of the name of the group was called 20 Below, and the guy name was AJ. AJ knew Al D, and then I told myself I wanted to learn how to scratch. So Al D called Screw on the phone. Back then, that was the 3-way.
Yeah.
He caught him on 3-way.
What year is this? Is this 1988? Or what
This
year
is it's about 88.
Okay.
Yeah. So he caught him on the phone, and we hooked up after that. And then I had got me a car. Went to that's when he was staying in Quail Meadows. I remember went to his house. Man, he had the turntable set up in the kitchen, and yeah.
Man.
Went
So
after that.
was he already kind of? Had you heard of him before?
I hadn't heard of him before. No. He we were all at the time not known at all. You know what I'm saying? Only way somebody knew about Screw is like I said, when I found out that when we was going over there, he was making list mixtapes, right? It was called his personals stuff. So the guys in his neighborhood would come to him to make a mixtape. They
And
would
these are
have-
regular speed mixtapes.
Yeah, these are regular speeds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he would have those long, like tablets. You know what I'm saying? The ones you flip over, and they would come in and they'll write down the list of songs they want, and that's how they make their tapes. And then so at the time, like I said, I was doing the skating ring, and then I started developing more of equipment and things like that. So he had a bunch of records. He had one 1200 and a little bull cone turntable, as I call them, and we both had some modern equipment. But I had the vehicle, so we would we would get the parties. He would get a party, I get a party, or we go to some high school parties, and then we just come together and do it. You know what I'm saying? Because he know how to mix a lot better than I did, but I could talk. Screw wasn't a real big talker, so we would go do that, and then as soon as I graduated, that summer of my
What high school
graduation,
did you go to?
I went to Sterling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so what neighborhood you?
I went to Sterling, but I graduated from Barbara Jordan. So I grew up in Southport.
Okay.
So that's crazy. So Barbara Jordan's way across
Way on
town.
one side. Yeah.
I went there for photography and welding. That's what I was going there for. Yeah.
Okay.
So then like I said, on the weekends I was DJing at the skating ring, and so it's crazy. So that the summer of me graduating, I was going to a club called Infinity, and Jimmy Olsen was MCing. I think Steve Fournier was DJing. Regin Effect, one of those guys was DJing. And I come in there with my how you go out with your robe. You just you just graduate. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. So that's when the box just came on air, and the lady that was over the promotion team, they in South Park. Now they was right there off of right about King's Flea Market at the club, right across from Palm Center. There's a club over there called Infinity, and so they was there, and I was like, the lady was like, I was like, man, y'all doing any hiring for promotions, this, that, and other, and yeah, we got some internships, this, that, and other. So I got the internship on that summer. Yeah, I worked there for free. Yeah, I worked there for free.
Fresh out of high school, radio job.
Yeah, but I was just I was one of the first members of the Box Posse. So that was the group of guys that would go out in the neighborhoods. We wasn't on the radio, but we would go out into the neighborhoods and promote the radio station. And we would have to do radio drops of what we was at in the neighborhood. So we would do that. It was me, Big D. Big D is a good dude to talk to too. He been knowing radio for a long time. So we would ride around in the neighborhood and give away whatever they had to give away for us, the promotion stuff. So then now this is the funny thing about it, because like you said, didn't nobody know us. Yeah, didn't nobody know us DJing. But so when I was working at the box, we would go to all the hottest clubs. So what I did was, Screw and I, that was my partner. You know what I'm
At this
saying?
point, y'all developing a real friendship.
That's my partner. So if I get records, he get records. You know what I'm saying? If I get in the record pool, I'm bringing him in the record pool. So so we did that, and we was going to Jamaica on a Sunday. You young, you ever heard of Jamaica?
I miss Jamaica. Yeah, they talking about yeah.
So anyways, so we made the box posse. We had to have these little laminates to get in to show that we with whoever we with. So I made some for me and him, and that's how we got in the club. That's how I got him in the club with me. You know what I'm saying? So we used to do that. Man, we used to have fun, man. Like I said, if I had records, he had records. Screw is the type of person, man. He gonna spend his last dime on a record.
Yeah.
He gonna spend his last money on some records, man. We was go record hunting, and I mean, we have fun just looking for records. Just not even knowing who the person was. We just listen to it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you gotta know who he is, who you want to give him a chance. That ain't how it was. But I do want to tell you this, that he and I were the only DJs from our side of town to have commercials on the radio at the same time. Yeah. He was doing a club over off of Club Nouveau.
Okay.
And I was doing Boomerang at the time, I believe. But you imagine that we was actually trying to do a party deal together at this club called 808. We was trying to promote our own self, and we made our own flyers. And we went from making our own flyers and giving them out at McGregor Park to actually having our own commercials.
But they would say y'all name. Tonight, Club Nouveau.
Yeah, man.
DJ Screw it.
Yeah.
Club Boomerang, DJ Chill.
No, he would be at a club, I would be at another club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a commercial running on the box, and he got a commercial running on the box.
Yeah.
We went from you see the transition from doing those situations to actually.
And I've heard about Nouveau and Boomerang, like how them was like the spots back then. Like
exactly.
talk about that. Like where were they located in? You know what I'm saying?
So that Boomerang was located off of 610 and Cullen, and Nouveau was off of South Main, and I think it's South Main and Hillcroft. I think it was. It was a big shopping center, but you see that like there was no other DJs in our area did that. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all were young at this time.
Yeah, we was young. We was in our early 20s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you see how like the transition from just kept on going.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, shout out to all of the DJs that were coming up, you know, that was around us, but they just didn't put that extra push.
So who was some of the other DJs around this time, like around when y'all were out around this time?
You know, a guy named Marcus Cook. We had rest in peace, my man, Third Ward, man.
Michael Price.
Michael Price, definitely, man. Shoes like him and who else? I got a partner named Dunn. He was DJing. He had a lot of records. I used to get records from him. DJ Smooth, you know what I'm saying? So those guys right there, yeah, they were around and out from our area, you know what I'm saying?
So was Daryl Scott around this time, or
Daryl Scott was before us.
Okay.
Daryl Scott A matter of fact, I used to work at Dallas Scott Record Store.
Hmm.
So this was so Daryl Scott. When we was younger, we used to listen to. I used to listen to Daryl Scott through a partner of mine. My partner named RQ. He had an older brother. They used to get Daryl Scott mixtapes. And man, and then back then we used to have them big boom boxes. So we walking around listening to a Daryl Scott mixtape. Now, it was so crazy. I know you heard people say, man, Daryl Scott was the first one to slow a record down. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He had a mixtape. Had a song called "Fresh as the Word."
Mm-hmm.
You heard this before, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's true. But the thing about it is that when he did it to mix those records together, and because he was a heck of a mixer. He mixed those records together, but it wasn't how Screw did his. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the same technique. You know what I'm saying? Man, Screw was the type of person that I, I can't do this without mentioning him so much. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know. I know it's kind of crazy, but I can't say me without him because of how we interacted. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So when he was, like I said, he was the type of person that he was doing things that wasn't even being done. That's doing now on computers. Like he was doing that before even computers. He was doing everything analog. All right. So he would make a gumbo mixtape to where it sound like you got 4 turntables going at one time. And that's just him recording something, bringing it back, recording it again, multi-tracking it. Just like you'll hear a song over here in this corner, a song over here. Like it would be crazy. So that is what was so different and unique about him. He took a lot more time, a lot more energy, and a lot more creativity in it. So yeah, but Daryl Scott was the first one.
Hmm.
And I want to clip another thing up too, man, is that a lot of people were saying that the way it was created by him being creative. Cause like when we had our turntables, so like we was DJing at this club, and the club owner didn't pay us, so we took the turntables. So we took the turntables, right? So that means that now we got 2 1200s now, because he had already had one. I didn't have none, so now I took 2 to the club, and now he got one, and so he can use that one. So we actually had 3.
Yeah.
So when it's time for me to go do a party, then I needed to use that other one. So you know what I mean? So the funniest thing, if you ever look at this picture of me and him, it's in a museum downtown. The museum exhibit, the picture is me and him doing a party at a school. All right, and that's when I was working for the box. So on the front it has a little banner that the school made. It said 97 on the box. And so if you look at that coffin, it talks about in the article that the coffin was made. My dad made the coffin, and it was one bullcone turntable on this side and a 1200 on this side, and a little realistic mix in the middle. So we did those parties. We would have the crowd think that we was on the radio. So this is how we did it. So we'll be jamming, and all of a sudden I say, "Hey, we're gonna go live in 5 minutes," right?
Yeah.
So Screw, we did at this house party and it worked. So I said, "Man, let's do it over here." So he did it. I said, "We're going live in 5 minutes." Boom. All right, we get ready to go live. These kids are all excited because they know we was from the box, so they excited. They ready to go live on the radio. And then I said, "Well, at the count of 3, I want y'all to go say it real loud, 97 the box." And I would give him the cue, and he would turn like a little knob, like he turned a knob on, and he would turn the music down, and the kids would go crazy. Like we was actually on the radio, man. So yeah, it was too funny, man. That's the story behind that picture.
Yeah.
But cause when I was working at the radio station, I would take the when they called up to the radio station to request or they request a DJ, I would write down some of the numbers and I'd take some of the jobs. That's how we got some of the parties.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so all right. So talk about how does are you around like when he actually does like the slow when the music like when he goes from making like regular mixes to like slow mixes?
Okay,
And all
so
that?
yeah, so that's when it started. When I would have to take a turntable, then that left him with a turntable and a 4-track. So when Pat or whoever or C Note and them come over to do a mixtape, he would have to use the 4-track and the turntable. So I mean, if you know about 4-tracks, they had a pitch control on the 4-track to slow the mixes down in order to mix another record on another track. So everything started, was slower, and those guys liked it. That's how I know that it was going because as soon as I brought the turntable back to him, they were still slowed down. These guys was digging it, so he kept on with it. So it wasn't that somebody put a screw in this or this, that, and other. He took lemons and made lemonade. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
He made do with what he had,
Right.
and that's what we always did. You know what I'm saying? A lot. We didn't gripe about not having anything. We created. We made do what we had.
Yeah.
So that's how that happened.
Yeah.
And he just kept on with it.
Yeah. So I mean, as the screw thing is taking off, like where are you kind of like where are you? What are you doing as far as?
Okay,
on,
so
on
this is
your
what
side?
happened. So when that was going off, I was still doing the club, right? Because like we was doing the club together, and the club owner was only paying us like $50 a night, and so he was like, "Man, I'm not doing this no more." And because the club owner they didn't want to go up on money or nothing like that, so he's like, "Man, I'm good." And he always told me, man, I know he told a couple other people that he was gonna screw the world up, and he did. I used to introduce him to people, man. They were like, "Screw, who?" You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy. Years later, them same people was like, "Man, digging him." You know what I'm saying? He wasn't accepted at first, being like, "Screw," but once people know who he was and found out that he was cool, then he was accepted. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But yeah, so that's what happened, man. He just kept on going, and I was telling you earlier that I owe him a lot because we were a team. You know what I'm saying? So when he made that move, that left me like, what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
And I couldn't mix. I know how to select records. I know how to play records, but I couldn't mix. So, but when you back then, you had to mix. You had to mix. You had to talk. You
Yeah.
had to do everything. You know what I'm saying? So, he put me in a room with some records, and I had to learn how to beat count. I had to learn what songs gonna go with what, and he made that possible.
And he set you up.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. He made it possible for me to feed my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. So okay, as you're in the clubs and everything, like, are you ever like trying to get involved with what he's doing on the screw side of things, or
I couldn't because I know how hard it was for him. You know what I'm saying? Even we just had, you had to create your own lane. So, and I kept on telling a lot of those guys, like even when he even when he even when he left, I had to tell him like I know how hard it was for him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it was. I mean, I got to tell you this right here. So we got a call to go to do the 25 Lighters video, and it was me, him, and Hawk, and Tommy Langston, and we was in Port Arthur. Man, dude had been up working his tail off because it got so demanding, man, that he had to do so many tapes, so many mixes, so much, and that's all he wanted to do. He'd rather do that than eat. You know what I'm saying? So we get ready. We get down to Port Arthur. He's so tired, man. He had this. He's sitting there asleep with a bean pie stuck in his in his necklace, man. He was so tired, and so we got in there. Man, he was so tired. I was literally holding him up because he was like, man, I'm tired, bro. And we did that scene in the courtyard of that house, and so that was a fantastic deal. That was yeah, that was a fantastic deal. Shout out to DJ DMD. A lot of people was kind of tripping on how he do things, but dude is an honorable dude. Dude is a workaholic, and dude opened up the doors for Screw to do some things as well as they both did a lot of things. So yeah, that's what I say about that. But so yeah, dude was making tapes for guys going to college. I mean, one time this guy asked for like 20 100-minute tapes. Yeah, yeah, and he had to do them, and we had to go meet that guy at night. It was at this gas station because he get ready to go off to college right there, 610 and 610 and Scott at a gas station. He wanted 20 100-minute tapes. 100 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yes. 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 I remember taking them to Sam's Wholesale, and we buying, just a little box. It used to come in a box, And I'm gonna tell you how good this dude was. We went from buying a little crate to going to Sam's. I need the whole pallet.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
We want this right here to give the
Everything,
whole. Yeah, I need it all.
Yeah.
So then, so when that transparent, they stopped. I think they stopped making them or whatever. So he had to. I hooked him up with a company called Church Cassettes, and that's when he started doing the clear cassettes.
Mm-hmm.
And they was loading those. They was loading 100-minute cassettes for him. So that means it was loading the cassettes for him to be able to do what he wanted to do on those cassettes.
Man, that's wild. Talk about just the type of the level of skill, you know what I'm saying, he had as a DJ, because so many people I tell people all the time, like, you hear Screw and you just getting here, you just think you getting lost in the slow down thing, and I'm like, nah, like, if you sped these tapes up,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and really listen to what was going on, it's some stuff going on, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's some real
the spin backs that he was doing, the scratches were precise at all times. He was just precise with the mix. He made you feel everything he did, like for us, the cuts, the tap, that right there is what people went crazy about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something we did on a regular. The tap, oh man, what? Man, you make a record talk, and he can make a record talk from the bringing it back to slowing it down to and the tap and bring it back, and because he could spin his records back so fast that you could, and then just catch it, and dude was doing the most. And and I'm gonna tell y'all something else that cats don't know. Like when he went from that realistic mixer, he went to a Gemini mixer. I used to get this magazine called Stereo Sound and Lighting, and that was like the Sears catalog book for us. You know what I'm saying? And it was a Gemini Scratch Master. I know it like the back of my hand, and it had these clicks on the side, and that was a transformer clicks, right? And that's what we started off with that toggle switch. That man, bro. And we used to tie them jokers up. And I when he saw mine, that's when I ordered him one. And that's when he was using. So a lot of people don't even know that we transition equipment together. You know what I'm saying? If I knew about something and he knew about something, we're gonna make it happen. So yeah, So yeah, that's and we used to man. I used to watch Cubert out off the West
Yeah.
Coast. We used to watch. I was telling my man earlier, Cash Money and Peter Parker and all these guys. Man, what?
So Screw was up on these DJ. He was
Oh
watching
yeah.
them.
Yeah. He know about. He could hear them. You know what I'm saying? We probably couldn't see him on. I used to buy the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cuba
The
used to have them.
DMC,
Yeah, the
yeah.
DMC battle videos. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Man, shoot! I won a Sprite Remix award. Yeah, I won in the competition.
Man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I won a Sprite Remix award.
Yeah.
Sure did. But yeah, dude was super precise.
Yeah.
But he was doing things that was being done now on computers.
Yeah.
With
Like
his.
like the 3 in the morning now.
Yeah,
I still hear it and I
what?
be like, man, oh my God. How do
Now
you
that was now 3 in the morning was studio
It was
produced.
produced, yeah, but I'm saying, but even the ideas that he had to even be doing, like, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna do these two songs, then I'm gonna throw this under there,
Yeah.
then I might slide this acapella in there or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he was just,
But he was doing that without the studio. Yes. Yeah, he was doing that at the house. Without the studio.
man,
Right.
that's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Right. Man, I was in Paris, France, man, and I had a dude come from wherever country he was from to meet me in Paris about Screw.
Man.
Yes.
And see, that's what I was gonna ask you about because I mean, I know like aside from the clubs, you ended up going overseas and all that.
Right,
Like, what was
right.
what brought you overseas?
Matt Gonzalez, man. Okay, so
Matt.
yeah, no, Matt. I started so it's kind of hard to say out there what I did without it sound like I'm bragging. You know what I'm saying? But how do you say everything you've done without it sounding like you bragging? Just like how do I do that?
Yeah.
How do I
No,
do
it
that?
is what it is. You saying what it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is what it was when Screw passed away, man. The night of the wait, Anzel Jennings, man, Red Boy from Rapper Life Records, came to me and said, "Hey, man, you ready to fly? Huh? Yeah, you ready to go on the road? Huh? That's that. I'm just saying how it was. I said, yeah, man, we want you to DJ for Tela. Yeah, and so, yep. That's how it all started. I went on the road for DJing for Tela right after the funeral and everything, and that's when he had I'm Tired of Ballin' and Bye Bye Haters and all those records, and we was going 5-star hotel. Tela was like the Hugh Hefner of rap. You know what I'm saying? So he had that swagger, and those top records. So we was going to big concerts, big tours, did that. Then by me having that type of situation going, that mean when he slowed down, that made it possible for me to jump on the next situation. So the next situation was Flip. I DJ for Flip for two projects.
What projects were those?
That was This the Way We Ball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was hitting high on
Okay,
that.
you gotta talk about this because I mean this is Flip, man. You know, Flip was so hot, man. Like it ain't too many people came out as hot as Flip, man.
Yeah. Game Over.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, come on, man. You gotta talk about that, man.
Yeah, man. It was because like I said, I was doing 5-star hotels with Tela to jumping on another big situation with Flip, man. And he made it possible for me to continue to feed my family and seeing some more and bigger things. So shout out to Flip for what's so crazy. He just did a 20-minute freestyle the other day. 2020 freestyle, and he mentioned me DJing for him on the road. And that was super dope. So that doing that, it opened up more doors DJing for him. So when that situation went to another one, I went to from him to Was it? Oh, went to him to. I think it was Rec Shop. I believe. I think it was Big Mo. Was it Big? Yeah. No, no, it wasn't. It was Bun B.
Hmm.
I went from DJing for him to Bun B, I believe it was, and Bun B opened up a whole nother situation, going over to Canada and Montreal and just doing shows with him, being on the road with him was fantastic. Shout out to Bun for the opportunity for that. So then at that time, I had started doing a radio station, so I was doing a radio station when I was in town on Wednesday. I had a TV show on Thursday on Access Channel. Then went from there to still doing the club when I was in town. So and
This
I,
is so messed up. People gonna see this video and it's just starting, bro. And we like, I don't know how long into the interview.
what happened?
This is why I be needing help. This is why I be needing help because
What
I be
happened?
having to do everything, and the video camera ain't even been on this whole time. The audio is here. The video camera is not recorded, and this is exactly why I be reading real help. Because when you got to worry about everything, sometimes
Man, you should've told me. I
something
could've helped
gets
you out.
forgot. But I like a man.
That's
like,
cool, but you got a lot of audio, so that's.
I
Cool.
got all the audio, but
Yeah.
damn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I'm really upset about this shit, dog. Cause I'm over here, I'm messing with the views. I'm talking about, I'm doing camera work. I'm zooming in.
Alright, yeah.
I'm talking about all kind of shit. And I look down and it's
Yeah.
not even recording,
yeah.
dog.
But
I'm sorry, man.
it's cool. It's cool. So where we at right now is
Damn.
that So I went from DJing for Bun. Like I said, I had the radio station on Wednesday, the TV show on Thursday, and then I had to start working for Ozone Magazine as well. Shout out to Julie Beverly. So I was doing that, and I was touring. So I was doing it. I was doing it all in a week, every week, just consistently moving, all the way up to like 2005, 2006. I was then that's when Matt made it possible for me and Rick to start going overseas. We had already did the BBC here in Houston. I had already did the Mix Show Power Summit in Puerto Rico. So then everything just started going. That's when all the records was moving in Houston. Mike Jones, Power, all those records was booming. And so that's when in a lot of those different countries, they wanted us to come there and for Houston music, to Texas music, whatever. So that's when we went to Bergen, Norway, Oslo, Time was out there. I think I'm saying it right. Trondheim, something like that. So we did that first trip over to Europe. Did a fantastic job. Then we came back, and then we went back. I went to Paris, London. No, I take that back. We was in Amsterdam, Oslo, Bergen, Trondheim, then London. Came back. Then me and Rick went over there went to Paris, DJed in Paris together. Then came back, and then I went to Sweden by myself. And I had moved. I was also living in Hawaii at the time, so I was doing a bunch of traveling, and I had a store. So, and I was still doing the candy shop and connections and all that. So I was hitting them all the way around the board, from Ozone Magazine to the radio to TV and clubs.
Man.
Yeah, it was to a point where the guys like was saying if I wasn't playing their record, it wasn't hot. That's
Yeah.
what they were saying. So that's what we was doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was doing that. Also was doing Screw New York. We're doing the shows in New York with Matt. My first time doing New York, I was opening up for Devin the Dude.
Man.
Yeah. So, but a lot of people don't even know, man. Them first shows that we was doing wasn't no money. It was the opportunity, and I'm an opportunist. I see opportunity. I'm gonna go for it, even if there ain't no money into it. I know it's gonna pan out, and it did. It panned out to where I went from first time to New York, I did a red eye and came right back. The next time I went, had a little crib that I was staying at then. Then the next time I went, I had a penthouse. You know what I'm saying? Just everything just kept on elevating.
Yeah.
Same thing with the South by Southwest. I was one of the first DJs from Houston for Matt to take to South by Southwest when he first started doing it. I was sleeping in my truck. You know what I'm saying? Didn't even not get no money, but it was an opportunity. Then the next year went back, had some per diems. Then the next time I had some rooms. You know what I'm saying? Just kept on elevating because just was off the jump. So that's how all that stuff went up, man. I did 9 countries and 8 tours.
Damn. That's what's up, man.
So then when I had opportunity to go on the road with Mr. Mix from Two Live Crew, I did my first All-Star game tour up in Denver. So it just kept on going. Hey, you want to do it? Yeah, I'm going. Can it? Yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? I just kept on going from David Banner on down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that you haven't done yet, like in the game at this point?
Nah, I mean man, you know that I was the first DJ to DJ in a Reliance Stadium.
No shit.
Yes.
Was it a game or what type
No,
of event?
it was. I was on tour with Flip. Yep. On tour with Flip.
Man, that's what's up, man.
The first DJ out of from our area to tour out the country. Yep. Yep. I just wanted to make sure I
that's
say
on
this,
record.
Yeah. Because I believe that that my first time looking at DJ Times magazine, that I wanted to be able to do more than the average. I seen those DJs doing them big festivals. I said I want to do that. I had no way knowing how I was going to be able to do it, but I did it.
Yeah.
I'm from South Park. You know what I'm saying? It's possible to be able to do as much as you want to do if you have the urge and the desire to do it. It's possible. You know, so my parents didn't have money. They didn't have all this here. But it's just that I knew that it's something I want to do. And that same thing with you right now. That's why I really appreciate it, because you man, I'm taking a chance. I may not be getting no money out of this, but I'm recording history. I'm creating a situation out of nothing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
So, yeah, man. I know I'm going long, but I appreciate the opportunity. It's a lot of people that helped me, man. A lot of people. I did not do any of these things by myself. You know what I'm saying? From Screw to my family. Man, it's just so many people, man. I worked at Still Cost Records and Tapes for $35 a day.
Man. Still Cost.
Yeah, man, right there on Cullen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Tommy Langston, man. Yeah.
That's what's up. Tommy Langston, that's who owned the record store?
That was the manager. The owner was named Carla Campbell.
Okay.
But yeah, Tommy was so helpful to Screw, along with Charles, along with a lot of other people. But yeah, Tommy he knew about the record business. He knew about the structure. We didn't have structure, so he was that guy that came and tried to give us some type of structure.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Tommy, man. We ain't listen all the time, but we try.
Yeah.
Now you know, when Screw passed, when his dad passed, man, I was able to go and get a lot of his records and take care of a lot of his stuff. So for his sister, man, shout out to his sister. It's fantastic. Red, man, appreciate everything that you doing for Screw and his family and all those guys. They got the show Screw Love all over the country, from the record store, for people going to the record store, Big Bub, all those guys, man. Yeah, y'all keep up the good work.
Yeah. Man, that's what's up. So So what's next, man? I mean,
What's
you done
next?
travel the world. You know what I mean?
Man, what's next is to be able to continue to print these T-shirts, continue doing, contributing to the radio station, to continue doing whatever you asked me to do. You know what I'm saying? With this merch, y'all go make sure y'all get some T-shirts for my man.
For sure.
Oh, so they didn't get to see the T-shirt.
Yeah.
So the
Dog,
T-shirt.
you know, I'm trying to be cool about it, but I'm really bothered by this, dog,
Why?
because I don't know, man. You know, sometimes it's just frustrating because I be doing everything. You know what
Oh,
I'm
so
saying?
you're on that end.
On that end with the video, because it's like, damn, dog, like fuck, man.
Yeah, I got
We had great conversation for the first
Yeah.
like 30 minutes, and it
Yeah,
ain't
so
no video.
I got man from my partner Desi. He's a printer out of Georgia. He helping me to beef up my print game. Shout out to Peter over at TNT. You know, when I say that we did things for without no money, like I started printing. I worked for a print shop for free. You know what I'm saying? I believe that you just put in the work and it's gonna pay off.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And this what you're doing is gonna pay off.
yeah.
Big time.
I appreciate that, man.
Big time.
I
big time,
appreciate
big
that.
time.
Is there anything about because I mean, I've had a bunch of people on here that were like close to Screw, but more so in like different capacities. You know what I'm saying? Like they more so met him like after he was a DJ, or just different dynamics. Is there anything that you would want to clear up as far as like maybe like misinformation as far as I don't know anything? I don't know because it's always so many different.
I do want to clear this part up that my partner he worked himself to his demise. You know what I'm saying? He worked. Dude was a consistent worker, man. He loved what he did. You know what I'm saying? He was extremely giving, caring, and he did what he loved doing till he left here. You know what I'm saying? He contributed to the world. Man, do you know? Like I said, I was telling the dude earlier that they nominated him as the most influential DJ in the world. And we come from South Park, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he that's where everything started, but from Houston.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you got the Cool Hercs and all those guys that started it, but when you mention DJing and it's rap, you cannot go without saying Screw. You know what I'm saying? It's a household name.
Yeah.
And he been gone for how long? Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Yeah. That right there. So, yeah.
And I mean, talk about that because I mean, I don't think at that time, I never imagined it
No
would turn out
way
to be what it
close.
was. It's just,
No way close, man. No way close. None. And that's what be tripping me out. Like, you never know. You never know what you the seeds that you plant, what you gonna get up out of it if you just keep on watering it, keep on nourishing it, keep on cultivating your situation. And same thing with this right here. I seen a post where a dude was talking about DJ Vlad. You know what I'm saying? You being that dude transitioned a bunch of ways, and you have too. And we need you to keep on doing what you're doing. I mean, yeah, shout out to Vlad. He cool. But you know what I'm saying? But what you're doing, you create your own lane for what you're doing. You're not you doing it. We all do a little bit of something that somebody else is doing. That's the same thing with cars. You know what I'm saying? With the dude that started Bentley, he wanted to acquire a car. You know what I'm saying? He didn't invent the car. He just wanted to acquire the car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not inventing something. You just want something that's gonna be better for you and better for the culture.
For us, yeah.
And that's what he did. He didn't invent DJing. He just added his screw to it to build it, to make it different, make it better, make it different.
Yeah.
And what I think what the Lord has made it possible for me to contribute to the situation is consistency, honest. I mean, try to be as honest as possible, and work hard, and to give a person a chance. I was that guy that I named myself. I named myself the #1 street DJ because I was that guy that just gave a person a shot to be heard. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. Um, yeah, man. I'm right now. I was telling a partner of mine. I'm writing my obituary while I'm here. You know what I'm saying? By contributing. You know what I'm saying? I want to contribute. I want to be my existence on this earth meaningful. You know what I'm saying? By giving, by being inspirational, by pushing, by being positive, by feeding positivity. So there it is.
Hmm.
That makes sense.
Definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Well, hey, man. It's Donnie Houston Podcast, man. DJ Chill, man. It's been an honor to have you here, man. What you got?
I got a shout out to Skylar, Zeke, for and everybody that came before them on damage control. It's been 18 years. Thank y'all so much for see, a lot of cats don't know Power Wall. All the artists that in Houston never done anything that that we contribute to having them a place to be heard, and it's still going. Shout out to Travis Scott. Shout out to those guys, but I think for the early days and up to now, we're still being able to play records that we want to play. We ain't dictated to play this, that, and the other. We do as we want to. Same thing with you. You doing as you want to. And y'all keep on supporting my man. Y'all keep on listening and sharing everything. And I gotta end this by this is something I always said, and this is something I believe that put God first and He'll put you first. I'm DJ Chill, Mr. I Run the Street.
And that is, man. Hey, man. It's the Donnie Houston Podcast, man. We out. Oh, wait. Before we get out, because we ain't get to get the shirt on camera. Let's get the shirt.
Oh, you want to get the shirt?
Yeah. Yeah, that is. Make sure y'all check that shirt out, man. It literally has everybody who's contributed something to Houston hip hop, man. Really dope shirt. All the way back to
shout out to Lil Troy, man.
Lil Troy.
My first shout outs, man. My first shots, man. Lil Troy. It's so many y'all, man.
Lil Troy, talk about what happened with Lil Troy. What was it, Lil Troy?
What?
I mean, I know he OG in the game, man. Like Lil Troy don't really get talked about enough, man, and just his contributions, man.
Lil Troy, man, gave me my first DJ setup.
Oh,
yeah, man. Yeah, man. He was at his mom's house, just sitting up there in the apartments. He said, "Man, go up there and get them speakers in that amp." Yeah, man. Shout out to Lil Troy, man. Troy been helping me through my career. Same thing with D-Rec from Rec Shop, Jay Prince. I can tell you stories about me going to DJ meetings at Rap A Lot, and you got all these DJs in the room, and Jay Prince say, "Hey, man, it's chill in there." Yeah, man. That's an honor. You know what I'm saying? For this man to just, out of all these guys, he want to make sure I was there. That was live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Troy, if y'all don't know, man, Troy had the least promoted record ever in rap history to go platinum. "Wanna Be a Baller." Yep. Shout out to Grim. Grim is the producer.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, me and Grim used to we used to that's when he was making beats, put them on VHS. Yeah, man, for yeah, he needs to be talked about, man. You know what I'm saying? From the beginning of putting him and my man put out the first Scarface record, Sam Harris. They put out the first Scarface record. I started small time though.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was out of South Park.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Nah, I know Lil Troy, man. Lil Troy, he's been around and had a lot of those guys early. You know what I mean? Scarface.
Man, I was the first one. I was the first one to bring DJ Jubilee. I was the first one to play Jubilee in Houston. Mystical. All that started at Boomerang. Domino. You know,
Here we go. Here
and
we go.
bands. All that. We had. It was the first. I'm the first one to have the Fugees in concert in Houston. Man, it's so many. Came WC, Mad Circle, all those guys came out of South Park at Boomerang.
Oh, those people coming to the club.
Yeah, they was coming to perform there. Too Short, and Banks, all those guys. Yeah,
Man.
yeah. We had the Fugees.
Wow.
Yeah,
In South Park.
in South Park.
Wow.
Yep,
That's crazy.
right. Shout out to R.P. Big Mello. I mean, all of everybody. Yep. Blank. K Reno. Man, me and K Reno went to school together.
That's Sterling.
Yeah, at Sterling.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and my cousin was in their first group. That's when they took that first picture at Chimmy Chan's, that album cover. Yeah, man. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, real. And I'm telling everything I'm saying is the straight truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had a favorite time in the game or in your career or just in?
My favorite time, man. You know what my favorite time in the game was when we did that party together. Screw and I did that party together at that school. That was my favorite time. But that was before everything. You know what I'm saying? That was because we was doing. We probably made $100.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we made a lot of people happy. Yeah, was doing it for the love of it. Yeah, that DJing on stage for the Ozone Awards with Bun when we did that tribute to Pimp C.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a joyous time too, man. It's crazy. It's so many. Yeah. Yeah, being in New York with Russell Simmons and Short Dog at it's so crazy. This is a true story. I was at Puff Daddy's restaurant, and the MC that was in the restaurant was I met him in Memphis at as a music conference. Now I'm at a music conference in Memphis, and I didn't have a room. But I stayed up all night long, and Captain Jack was staying there, so I left my stuff in Jack's room with him and his wife, and I'm wandering all night, you know what I'm saying? But I know I needed to be there. I heard Funkmaster Flex was gonna be DJing, so I snuck in the room where he was, and I wrote down every song that he was mixing, you know what I'm saying? So I could go home and practice it when I got back to Houston. And then I got into different rooms where DJ Red Alert and all those guys was in. I was able to sit back and watch those guys. And it was so crazy, when I went to New York, those same guys remember me. Yeah. We got Houston in the house. Yeah. So you never know, man. You just got to just keep on connecting. So, but anyways, I'm out of here.
That's what's up, man. Well, hey, it's Donnie U.C. Podcast, DJ Chill. We out.